What's up, everybody? Dirtbag Gaming here, the channel for casual raiders. We are going over a how-to gear champion guide, and today we're going to go over Madam SERRIS. Now, Madam SERRIS, if you've been watching my channel, it's taken forever to finally get her. And with all the new champions that are coming out, it's just like there's so many people to level up and do all that stuff. But she is literally a legendary in disguise. So everybody knows about her. There's over almost 8,000 reviews on her page. And she definitely is very good champion. I just got her to 6-star Ascension, so we're able to put all of the gear on her. We're gonna level her all the way up to 60. I used all my bots, so I don't have any more to level her up. But we're gonna do a guide on her soon, so stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button so that way these videos pop up for you guys. But our main focus today is gonna go over how to gear her specifically, because some people ask, like, how do you get up to so much accuracy, where is she going to be used, and we're going to go over kind of like the gear sets that are going to be good for her, and then we'll show off kind of what I did for her gear. So let's get into it. We always start off with the skills, just kind of decide what we're going to use her in. So first off, we have attacks one enemy, has a 20% chance of placing a fear debuff for 1 turn. Chance increases by 30% all the way up to 45% with 2 or more debuffs on the target. Now, fear is very annoying in PvP. It happens a lot now because a lot of champions are getting it more and more. But when somebody has a fear, they have a chance to not go. There's true fear and there's fear. So we have fear. I don't know if she has a true fear as well. So basically, it's like a very high percentage chance of them not going. It's all random. So when this is placed on the enemy person, you're kind of like almost guaranteeing that 1 out of 4 of the people on the other side are not going to go. It happens a lot. So when you're actually able to put it on the other team, it's very good, because then that nuker that was supposed to kill your whole team now doesn't go. And then, so looking at that, it's definitely a good A1. And most of the time they have debuffs because your team is going to debuff, and she puts up 2 on herself. So that's just the A1. The A2 is she got buffed recently. She used to do this all the time. Now she does this more often, which is her A3. But her A2 actually attacks all enemies, so it's an AoE, has a 40% chance booked up to a 50% chance of stealing 1 random buff from each target. Places a block debuff on all allies for 2 turns if any buff is stolen. So it's a pretty good chance of doing that, and also places a true fear debuff for 1 turn on enemies who have buff stolen. So it's 50% chance, 55 if you have the mastery, which we do, to kind of steal a buff, put up block buff, and put up true fear on the enemy team. It's very good AoE skill. I haven't played her enough to see the skill, but I'm sure she's literally going to be played every single day now, so I'm going to be able to kind of go a little bit more in depth when we get into the guide with her. Now, this is kind of what she's known for. So this is able to strip all buffs, so remove all buffs from the enemies, and places a 50% decrease attack and 50 or 60% decrease defense for 2 turns. This is very good. That means the enemy team hits less and they get hit harder from these debuffs. So it's not a chance, it literally just removes. You can get the cooldown down once you're booked. And now look at this booking. I had 0 in A1, but I had all of them in A2 and A3, which was perfect. So I didn't even waste any more books in A1 because there's no percentage chance. It's literally just damage, and she's not our damage dealer. She also has a passive. Every single turn, she's going to put a shield buff on herself equal to 10% of their max HP at the start of each turn. And when attacked under the shield, there's a 35% chance of placing a fear. This also requires accuracy for the attacker. So basically everything you see, she is a debuffer. She strips, and she puts up a lot of fears and stuff like that. So everybody should already know you're going to have a lot of accuracy for her. Most people that you see in Platinum Arena are running her with like 600 plus accuracy. So when I saw that, I'm like, all right, how do we get up to 600 plus accuracy? First off, masteries, you're going to want to go, like almost need to go all the way down the support tree to get up to plus 50 accuracy right there. We have an extra 10 right here. And then this also gets up an extra 20 if she's doing that first with all of her skills on cooldown. So when she goes in arena, she's going to do A3, which then she gets an extra 20 on top of that. Plus with this one, she's going to get an extra 4 up to 16, for each person on the enemy team. So right there, you're already at 50, 66, 76, 89. So you have an extra like 96 accuracy just from this tree right here. So very good, very good tree. This also boosts stats by 15%. But then going down here, I want to put up this leech. So you actually get to put up leech on the other team because you're putting a lot of fear and true fears out. So if you hit the enemy person with a leech, your team gets the heal at the same time. And this is just a chance to counter. So if she actually gets hit, she can then go up and hit the person that gets hit and put a fear on them, you know, which is pretty cool. It's kind of like a free attack and a free fear, which means next turn they have a potential to not attack, which is really cool. All right, we just want a little bit more resist and a little bit more shield that she puts up. So those are the masteries, but the artifacts, now notice all 3 sets are accuracy sets. So the accuracy set is kind of getting replaced now with the perception set. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, perception. So the perception set is the same as the accuracy, 40%, but you get an extra 15 or 5 speed on top of that. So it's a very, very good set. Because you're kind of boosting your speed up as well. If I had an extra perception set, I definitely would have went all 3 with perception. And how you make the perception is you make it through the forge. So go to the forge, check out your perception glyphs, because you probably have a ton of them just sitting there, and use your glyphs for the extra rarity and make a crap ton of perception if you can, and keep the best ones with speed. So let's go into it. So first, let's go over the gear that would be good for her. So starting all the way at the top, we have life. Obviously, a life set would be good for a starting set with her. Defense would also be good for her. Mainly, though, you want speed. You're probably not going to build her as a damage set, but you really want accuracy. So in arena, she's going to be very good with resistance, accuracy, or speed sets. Going all the way down, I was thinking if you really wanted to, her skill is on a 3-turn cooldown, a stun set. But really, that's the only attack. It's only 1 AoE attack and 1 attack. So Sunset wouldn't be the best on her. It's just an option. Immunity set would be great. Just not letting her do anything, so then at least she gets to go. Like if she gets frozen or whatever, she can't strip the buffs from the other team. So seeing her with a ton of resistance and immunity set could be good. Relentless, not so much. Going all the way down. The Immortal set could be good, just boosting her up HP. And Swift Parry, again, also good. That gives you speed and unkillable, chance to be unkillable. Persistence is HP and defense. That could be good, but mainly the perception. All right. So if you're going to build her like me, just go 3 sets of perception or a set of accuracy. But if you don't do those, you need a ton of speed. Get as much speed as possible on her. Make her go second behind your Arbiter or your other speed booster, and just make sure she has a ton of accuracy. So let's go over how we get up to all this accuracy, all right? So notice, first, we have an accuracy chess piece. I had a speed accuracy chess piece, but I didn't want to do a speed set because I wanted the extra 40% or 40 accuracy with that set. So we actually had one in an accuracy set, and look at that speed roll. So we actually have 19 speed on this chess piece with accuracy. It's not a 6-star, it's only a 5-star, but in an accuracy set. Like this is the perfect chess piece that you could ask for if only it was a 6-star. But this is like such a really good piece right here. That's why we kept it. I didn't know how often we'd use accuracy, but it actually came in handy right here. So a lot of speed, a lot of accuracy, and that's kind of what you're aiming for, speed and accuracy. Really all the other stats are like okay, but if I could get more resistance, like that's my last piece, I would probably go with resistance with her as well. Then we fixed it with the 40% accuracy, this set right here. With defense, this really doesn't matter. This just gives a little bit more tankiness in dungeons as well as PvP. You can go HP or speed, or I'm sorry, HP or defense for the gauntlets, or crit rate. If you want to do some damage, just throw some crit rate on her, and then that way she'll do some damage in the faction wars as well as some dungeons. But we got speed with a pretty good speed roll and accuracy. So those are the 2 substats. That's kind of what your main goal is, to get accuracy and speed for the substats. Then for the weapon, we went with the 40 accuracy with 5 speed. We got speed roll. Now this should be higher. I ran out of glyphs. We built Warlord and like all these different champions recently, so I used all my speed glyphs. But there's 30 accuracy right there with 17 speed. Now once I get like probably a 4 or 5 speed glyph, we'll throw that on there. So once I show you the final speed, we're gonna add an extra probably 8 once we get the glyphs. But that's kind of what you're looking for. And then this one, we have resistance, accuracy. We didn't get any accuracy rolls, but we got pretty good speed rolls. This does have accuracy on it, so that's why we used it. And resistance isn't bad for the 3rd stat. Then finally this one, I got a 16 piece, but I didn't get any speed for this. I wanted that speed roll. or another accuracy. I think we got 2 extra HP rolls, which again, it's not bad. Like, this is actually a really good shield. It's just we wanted accuracy or speed with her, but not bad. Pretty good shield. And then boost, obviously the fastest boot you can in either the accuracy set or the perception set. We happen to have a 45 speed boot here with accuracy as a subset. Like, that is phenomenal. We only got 1 roll in it, but hey, it's an extra 27 accuracy right there. And then this doesn't really matter. Any ring that you have that's going to boost up either HP or defense. We have defense roll right here, and we have some HP. We still have to book this all the way to 16, but she's not at 60 yet, so I wasn't really focused on it. This doesn't give us any accuracy or speed, so this doesn't really matter. And then this one, you just want as much accuracy as possible for the neck piece. Again, defense or HP is what you're looking for. If you want to go with attack, not recommended. Just make it a little bit more tanky, and then you should be good to go. But again, accuracy, and then finally banner, if you guessed it, we want accuracy. So we have 3 pieces right here. Accuracy on the chest piece, we want accuracy on the banner, and then we also want accuracy as a substat for the neck piece. Those are the main things for accuracy. Everything else, you want a little bit of accuracy in it. And then right here, we just want speed. So as much speed as you possibly can get with an accuracy banner. We only have a 5-star accuracy banner. I don't have any 6-star in Dark Elves, or else I'd put it on her. But in total, these are the total stats. Again, this is before she's 60. The main stat that doesn't change, though, is the accuracy. That doesn't change. And the speed doesn't change. So her total speed right now is 244. Again, once we add that extra probably 6 to 8 speed, she's going to be up to 250, which is really what we want her at. So really fast speed, because we want her to go after our Arbiter or our speed booster. So if we have like a Gorgorab or anybody else that's a speed lead as a speed booster, you want her to go second. If somebody else is cutting in, you're kind of missing that opportunity. So with our team now, we have her actually going third, because I actually have Lydia at 280 speed, or Warlord at I forget what Warlord speed is, but those are kind of like my other people on my team. But you want her to go and strip up the buffs before your DPSer, obviously. So speed tuning is very key with Arena. All right, so that's kind of what we got. We got an extra 1 for the mastery, but 78 with the masteries, and then 10 for the resistance, again for the masteries. But this is kind of what your 600, that is probably the highest accuracy I have on my entire raid champions. So I'm, I guess, proud of that. And that's the hints on how to get it. Obviously the Great Hall with 80. So accuracy should be first that you're aiming in the Great Hall. I have a Great Hall video if you want to go check that out. But the artifacts, we have an extra 429 just from the artifacts, 80 for the Great Hall, and then 78 for the masteries. But again, that's the goal, is to get up as much accuracy as possible, because when you're facing these teams like the Mountain Kings and all these like super high resistance teams, they're going to be very, very high resistance. Like example would be probably Skullord. Valgel has 430 right there before an aura. So if you have Lydia as an aura, that's 530 resistance, and he's not even built like the most resistance I could get, you know. So that's an example of how much resistance you're facing in the top arena bracket. All right, so you're definitely going to need 600 plus if you're going to go pushing a high gold into platinum. All right, so that's a perfect example of what you're going to be facing in the arena. All right, so let's go back to Madame, sorry. The other stats, you're going to add an extra probably like 5,000. So we're going to get up to like 40,000 HP, maybe an extra 200 here, so probably like close to 3,000 defense, which again isn't bad, but the main focus is if you go first, you should win. So especially with having a Madam on the team. All right, so notice no crit damage, not focused on that. Our main thing is focusing on accuracy, obviously, and speed. All right, so once I finally gear this girl out, get her up to 60, and put on my speed glyphs, you'll see her going second in my PvP team. So that would be Arbiter, her, probably another booster or like a Warlord to kind of take their cooldowns down, and then finally we have our Trunda to nuke down the other team. Now that she will work with literally any nuke, as long as you can strip off the buffs, strip off the shields, strip off literally everything on the other side, and then put up a decreased defense, and your team is basically good to go. So guys, that is pretty short and simple. My Madame SERRIS. that we geared out today. So hopefully this helped you out. Hopefully this gave you some tips on how to get up that high of accuracy. Let me know how you guys are gearing in the comments below. If you guys haven't subscribed, subscribe. Go to Dirtbag Nation. We have a Discord if you want to join that out at below. We are streaming today at 6:30, so also you get to join our stream, chat it up with some raid comments. And guys, let me know what you guys want to see next, because we are posting videos daily. So guys, appreciate it. Good luck with everything, and we'll see you in another video soon.